Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Michelle Fondin, and guess where I am at? I am in downtown Disney in Anaheim, California for a vlog today. So it's been a while since I've done a vlog. In fact, I think the last time that I did a vlog, it was when the beaches opened back up, and it was the very windy vlog. But as you can see, I'm going to turn this around. I am in downtown Disney in Anaheim, California. You can kind of see behind me is the Disneyland Hotel. There are people walking in, and we're going to take a little bit of a tour of downtown Disney, and then I'm going to eat some breakfast, sit down, and have a little chat with you guys, since it has been such a long time since we've had a chat together and really just talked about life, talked about what is going on in my life. And I'm very excited just to share some things with you and some of my thoughts and musings with you. But again, just giving you guys a little bit of a tour of downtown Disney in Disneyland in Anaheim, California. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for subscribing below. Click on that bell, scroll up to all for all notifications. And thank you for giving the video a thumbs up. Let's go ahead and take a tour of downtown Disney. We're gonna start out with a little bit of tour. As you can see behind me, this is kind of the beginning of downtown Disney. I'm very, very close to the Disneyland Hotel. And we're gonna turn this around so you guys can actually see a little bit of what I see here as I'm walking through downtown Disney. And of course, as you guys have probably guessed, based on the current events, we are in mid-November of 2020. In California, things still remain pretty much closed. So the shopping area is open. On Thursday, Buena Vista Street in Disney's California Adventure will be open. So I'm here a little bit in advance to that November 19th start date of the shopping and dining experience on Buena Vista Street in downtown Disney. So I'm here a little bit ahead of the curve. I came here super early. People are still coming in, but let's go ahead and take a tour of downtown Disney in this shopping area and see what's going on. It's pretty hot here today in Anaheim. It's about 80 degrees at about 10 a.m. So let's go ahead and take a look. So we are walking through the downtown Disney district. This is the former Rainforest Cafe, which is actually closed. It's not open. It was there before the hotel project was going to get started in downtown Disney, which was ultimately put to rest. That project never did come into fulfillment. I'm not really sure what this is right here. This used to be the ESPN zone, and of course this is a soundstage. This used to be the ESPN zone. And honestly, I'm not really sure what this is now. I know it was a pop-up where you could take photos, and it's not that anymore. There's Asian Street Eats right here. And we're walking toward the Lego store in downtown Disney. Now the monorail is not going. And that's one thing that is the telltale sign of the parks being really active, is that monorail going. But the monorail is not going. It's crazy. For those of you that have never ever been to downtown Disney, we have the Sugar Brewing Company, we have Starbucks right here, and I guess again coming upon the Lego store there with the Beauty and the Beast Legos. There is a dragon on the roof. To the left side of me, there is that Pin Traders kiosk. The soundtrack that they normally have going on in downtown Disney is not the current soundtrack. There's usually like a Disney themed soundtrack that's going on. And even the Christmas track, which usually they have this loop, and I know because I worked at Disneyland, they usually have this loop of about 9 to 10 songs going through downtown Disney. That is not what this is. This is brand new music. Now hopefully I won't get flagged for this copywritten music that's going on as I'm walking through the park, but I just may, and I may not be able to keep this video monetized for copyright laws because of the music. Here we are, we keep walking through The really cool store that I'm going to show you in a second that just opened up is a Star Wars Galaxy's Edge store. On the left side here is one of my favorite places to get beignets, and that's Jazz Kitchen Express, as you can see right there. But that Galaxy's Edge store that I was talking to you about is right here, and as you can see, there's already a line to get into that store. I went in last week when it wasn't so crowded. There's a lot of the Star Wars trading post right there. There's a lot of cool merch inside. A lot of cute Baby Yoda stuff if you're a Mandalorian fan. Of course, there's Black Tap, Splitsville. A lot of places you can get a bite to eat here. And of course, Disney Home, which the Disney franchise stores are usually pretty busy in downtown Disney at this time. So this is Black Tap, Ballast Point, Uva Bar in the center. There's a lot of outdoor seating here. And of course, being in Southern California, it is not hard to get outdoor seating or maintain outdoor seating since the weather is usually so favorable. Marceline's Confectionery. Wetzel's Pretzels, which you can get basically at any mall. There's Salt and Straw. Oh, look at, they are decorated for Christmas. Look at that, guys. A lot of Christmas decorations happening here. This is super nice. This is what you expect when you come to Disneyland for the Christmas holiday. You really do expect to see all of these beautiful Christmas decorations, and it just makes it and it makes it so pleasant to see these beautiful Christmas decorations. It really puts you in the festive mood. I'm actually very excited to see if the Esplanade, so the Esplanade is the wide open space between Disneyland and Disney's California Adventure. I'm actually really excited to see if the Esplanade area is also decorated for the Christmas holiday. So let's go ahead and walk down to the Esplanade and go ahead and take a look, because I am super, super excited to see that. And also that I've heard that holiday decorations are actually also going up in Disneyland. As you can see, the World of Disney is here. The line is not terribly long today, which is awesome. I actually might walk into the World of Disney today to go ahead and get some t-shirts and different items. Again, I was in there a couple of weeks ago. Look at those Christmas decorations. I was in there just a couple of weeks ago, and I did see all of the great merch. But at that time, I just didn't feel like we needed to buy anything. But now that we're coming here a little more frequently, and I also want to be able to wear some Disney gear while I'm here, it's just right to support Disney, especially after their fiscal year report came out and just like the many billion-dollar losses that happened as a result of the parks being closed. And as you can see, the line is moving really quickly to get into the World of Disney, and it's only going in one direction. You can't get in through both doors in downtown Disney, just one direction only. And as you can see, it's like pretty much empty at this point. Oh my gosh, do you see this here? This is not normally on the Esplanade, but here we do have a Christmas tree that is right here on the Esplanade next to the DVC, Disney Vacation Club kiosk, where I used to work when I was working for DVC. And look at that. That's crazy. It looks a little out of place here. But let's see what the sign says, because, okay, just talking about face coverings. There's like little holiday decorations on this face covering sign, but it's just talking about the face coverings, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, it's just really bizarre to see this tree here, as you can see. Never seen before right here. So I'm wondering why they've selected to put this tree here at this particular spot by the Disney Vacation Club kiosk at the Esplanade, not really sure. I'm actually curious to find out why this particular one is here. Here we go to the entrance of Disneyland. And so far, I don't see, do you see the Mickey there? And there's a sign, this is the Disneyland Railroad Station. I do not see any holiday decorations up yet. Now, this is pretty much as close as we can get here. There are barriers, there are security between here and the gate, so you can't get super close to the gates to actually see. But this is, as far as I can see, it doesn't look like there's a lot in the way of holiday decorations here. Now, we're going to flip around to the other side. We're still on the Disneyland side here. We're going to flip around to the other side to see the California Adventure side. But there are a lot of custodial workers working on the gardens in there. There are rumors that Main Street USA will be opening for shopping and dining just in the same way that Buena Vista Street and California Adventure is opening up for shopping and dining. But we have yet to hear the news about that. So who knows? Who knows when that will happen? So we are coming up on Disney's California Adventure. We're going to try to peer through the gates just a little bit to see what kind of decor is going up in Disney's California Adventure for the opening on Thursday, November 19th, 2020, of Buena Vista Street. And this is just the main street that's going through. It's reminiscent of how Hollywood was when Walt Disney arrived in Hollywood in the 1930s. So let's go ahead and look. You can see that there are a bunch of Christmas decor in there. You can see it's pretty empty, with the exception of just a few cast members. But if you peer through the gates here, you can definitely see there are Christmas decorations, but minimal. It's very, very tough to see a little more inside. You can see the stores look open, and I think that that is just cast members getting ready for the grand reopening of shopping and dining only in Disney's California Adventure Buena Vista Street. So you might be wondering, why am I vlogging from Disneyland? What is the purpose of my vlogging from Disneyland? Well, Disney, as many of you know that have been watching my channel for a while, and this video is also going up on my new channel, Michelle's Island Time Adventures. Many of you know that I have a great affinity with Disney, grew up with Disney, worked for Disney in 2018 to 2019. When this pandemic is over, I do plan on going back to Disneyland to work when possible, whenever possible. Does that mean that I will let go of, I think I'm trapped here. Look at this. I went down the wrong way. I think I am trapped. Does that mean that I will stop doing YouTube? Absolutely not. I don't think I will ever stop doing YouTube. Never, 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 never. And in fact, one of the reasons that I pulled back from working at Disney was because my YouTube channel started to take off in mid-2019. And I made the conscious decision to focus, put all my efforts on my YouTube channel because I figured that the window of opportunity was there. And that's really why I pulled back from Disney. But it's not because I wanted to pull back from Disney. It's because I had to seize the opportunity with YouTube when I had the opportunity to seize the opportunity. Meaning that there are many people who try to make it on YouTube, and then most people don't make it. It really does take consistency, rigor, frequent posting, but also a little bit of luck. Because when YouTube recommends your videos, then you get more views, and then the algorithm just kind of works its way in your favor. So I took a sabbatical, if you will. I actually stopped working for Disney in September of 2019, and I had made the decision that in 6 months, after I had been working diligently on my YouTube channel, that I would actually go back. And I wanted to go back in March. And then, of course, COVID hit, and that put a kibosh on those plans. So it was never a permanent rupture from Disney. I had always planned on going back. It had always been on my radar. And I have never considered stopping YouTube either. So I was diligently planning on working on both. Of course, for 2020, life had other plans for me. And that is why I am here in Disneyland vlogging with you, because of my strong connection to Disneyland, my strong connection to being here and being out in the world and providing this little bit of hope for you guys. Because for me, Disney represents hope. Disney represents so many things. And I love studying the life of Walt Disney. That's one of my favorite things to do. And I will talk more when we sit down for breakfast together in vlogging. But that's just a little bit of my backstory as to the why. Why am I here? Why am I here in downtown Disney and Disneyland doing this with you guys? And that, in fact, is the reason why. It's because this is my home. Disneyland is actually my home here. So I made it into the world of Disney, and as you can see, they're all decked out for the holidays with all the holiday decor. Of course, Walt Disney World is celebrating, coming up in 2021, is celebrating its 50th anniversary, and Disneyland is on 65 years. And so, yeah, as you can see, like a lot of merch, a lot of Christmas merch here. They're also celebrating Disney's partnership with the Make-A-Wish Foundation with all this blue merch, which actually looks pretty freaking darn cool. But as you look down the aisleway here, you can see it looks so pretty with all the holiday lights here. It's really amazing. Look at, I wish they had the short sleeve version of this t-shirt, the blue one with the Make-A-Wish Foundation, but they don't. I would totally be on that if they had the short sleeve version. I'm not too much a fan of the long sleeve shirts or sweatshirts, especially that, like the off the shoulder look. That is not something that I look good in, but this is really cool. So I'm gonna continue shopping through the world of Disney. My son Xavier's birthday is coming up on November 22nd. I think I'm going to give him a Disneyland t-shirt, and I might buy something for myself, maybe a couple of Christmas gifts. I know it's early, but I'm going to try to stay away from the crowds after the crowds come in on November 19th when Buena Vista Street is open. In case you guys think that you might not be able to get Star Wars merch or Mandalorian merch, you guys don't have to worry. At the World of Disney, they have plenty of it. As you can see here from just this display, we have a lot of little baby Yodas here. If we turn just a little bit around the corner, a lot more merch, just merch. Another whole bucket of baby Yodas right here. This is just insane. There's all the Baby Yoda merch that you could possibly imagine right here in the world of Disney. Not only Mandalorian stuff, but just regular old Star Wars stuff too, but a lot of Mandalorian stuff. Of course, the child's lightsabers galore, action figures, a lot of little stocking stuffer items as well. So yeah, plenty of cool merch, especially if you're a Mando fan. They even have these little Mando mugs here. Look at that. Look at the Mando mug. That is incredible. So a lot of Mando merch, a lot of Baby Yoda stuff, even hats and headbands and the child t-shirts as well. Okay. So loads and loads of stuff here. It is nearing 10:45 a.m. So downtown Disney has been open for roughly 45 minutes. and the stores are starting to get a little more full. Not that full. It's Monday. So not terribly full. Definitely, you can see more people walking around here, getting their merchandise, maybe sitting down with a coffee or something or a treat. I'm gonna head over to Starbucks, get my little treat so I can actually sit down and just talk with you guys. But I'm loving the vibe. I like the feel with all the Christmas decorations around. This is definitely something that I've been looking forward to, being in downtown Disney, as traditionally since 2017 I have spent every single birthday in Disneyland. My birthday is December 2nd, so this year, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to spend my birthday in Disneyland. However, I've been heavily contemplating flying down to Florida to spend my birthday in Walt Disney World, but I'm still on the fence about that. If it is a trip, it might be a very, very last minute trip and just for a few days. I got my breakfast here. I got my Starbucks. I got a muffin, which you can't see because I'm holding it with a hand that I'm holding the camera with. And we are going to head over to a seated area where I can take off my mask and enjoy my breakfast. I'm going to show you guys real quick the Christmas decorations in downtown Disney from the other side. All right, you guys can see these gorgeous Christmas decorations. I'm sure it looks so much better at night if they have the lighting going. But you can see the downtown Disney holiday / Christmas decorations here in sunny California. I know. For those of you that live on the East Coast or the northern part of the United States or other countries that happen to have actual winter, here in sunny SoCal, we don't have much of an actual winter. Isn't this beautiful? This is gorgeous. Look at this. I love this. But we do have this in Southern California. We do have actual flowers that work in the winter time. Although it's not quite winter yet. It's getting very, very close to winter. So do you see that blue sky? Look how gorgeous SoCal is. I love this place. I love this place so much. I thank God every single solitary day that I'm here in SoCal. Like, this is just an amazing dream come true. Maleficent. There on the roof of the Lego store. Look at that beautiful dragon. Look at that beautiful dragon and Prince Philip fighting off Maleficent there. Hey guys, so here I am sitting down in downtown Disney, finally. Got my triple shot latte. I've got my pumpkin cream cheese muffin. I'm just gonna sit down and have a little chat with you. So yeah, as I mentioned, I haven't had a chat with you guys probably since the beaches reopened, and I think that was end of May of 2020. So I haven't really done a vlog type thing since then. And so here I am back with doing a little mini vlog for you guys as I drink my little latte here. And so this is a triple shot non-fat latte. So as I am sitting here just drinking my latte and eating my muffin and just talking about what 2020 has been for me, what 2020 has represented, and maybe the difficulties that maybe some of you have been feeling as well as we move through this. So as some of you know, if you go back and watch the vlogs from May and maybe early June of 2020, you'll see that I had really made a concerted effort to create a shift in what I personally am doing when it comes to vlogging and YouTube and videos and all of that. And I started my channel, Michelle's Island Time Adventures, with the intention of being able to travel a little bit more, get more travel vlogging in, a more relaxed type of vlogging atmosphere, which I really personally enjoy because travel is something that is near and dear to my heart. I love I have always loved travel. And as some of you know, I lived in France for 7 years. I went over to France when I was 19. And so traveled Europe when I was 19 and 20. And just my worldview is just to learn about different cultures, different people. I am a people person. So that has actually made 2020 really difficult for me, because being with people is one of the things that is the most important to me in the entire world. I am a people person. I love people. I love talking with people. I love people of different walks of life, different cultures, different backgrounds, different languages. I love learning about people and studying people and just appreciating differences between people. And I absolutely love it. And that is one thing for me that has been the most difficult piece of 2020, is being isolated from people and being distant from people and not being able to hug people and come close to people and just have those in-depth discussions that I am used to having as a person who really adores being with people. So that has been by far the most difficult part of 2020 for me, is just that aspect of meeting new people, learning about people, being surrounded by people. To that end, I have been trying as much as possible since the end of July. Now, before July, I did not go out a whole lot. I went to the grocery store, went to the beach, went for a run, but I really did not get out that much. And of course, I had my kids with me for 2.5 months during the May, June, July period. And so, of course, because of quarantining, because of COVID, because of all this stuff that's going on, I really, really did not get out. But from the point of the end of July forward, I've been trying to get out as much as possible, going to meetup groups, meeting people, going on hikes, outdoor events. And of course, in Southern California, some of the toughest quarantine laws with masks and distancing and closures and things like that have been in place. California has had one of the strictest quarantine measures since the beginning of the pandemic. So even going to meetup groups and being with people it's been difficult. It hasn't been easy. There aren't a lot of groups that meet in person. And of course, being a people person, it's been super challenging for me. Now, one thing I do want to say, however, though, is me sitting at downtown Disneyland. They're very, 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 very strict about mask wearing, about social distancing in downtown Disney. Of course, it's Disney. They can't ruin their brand or their reputation, and they're very strict about the rules here. And in fact, when I took off my mask with my food, of course, because I'm sitting down to do this vlog, I had 2 security people surrounding me just to see what I was gonna do, not wearing a mask. But, and I held up my coffee. That's why I'm holding the coffee here. When I held up the coffee, they kind of backed away a little bit because they said, okay, she's actually eating something or drinking something. So really, really strict. And this, like, one of the things that I want to talk about, and one of the reasons why I've been coming to downtown Disney, this is the 3rd week in a row that I've been coming to downtown Disney. One of the reasons is because A, I want Disneyland to open. B, I want to support Disneyland, which is near and dear to my heart, as I've mentioned. And C, I really need that sense of connection to people and really escape from the world. And I've been watching, it's so good, it's on Disney Plus. I've been watching The Imagineering Story. If you are interested in Disney or Disney Imagineering or how Disneyland was built or any of the Disney parks were built, I would highly, highly, highly recommend The Imagineering Story. It is absolutely fantastic. And as I mentioned, I really enjoy studying the life of Walt Disney and the Imagineers and how the parks came to be, and a lot of Disney trivia just about like the history of Disney. There's even like the history of all the CEOs that came after Walt Disney passed away, after Roy Disney passed away. And one thing that they mentioned, and this is one thing that I really like, for me, this has so much weight. And they said, when Disneyland Tokyo had opened and then it was very, very successful, they have an outside investor. So Disneyland Tokyo is very, very successful. But when the tsunami hit, and I believe it was like 2015, I'm not sure. Please don't quote me on that because I'm just doing this from memory. When the tsunami hit in 2015, the government of Japan never came out and said to the people, like, everything's okay now, we can start business as usual. And Disneyland there was shut for like a month to a month and a half. And finally, it took Disney to have the courage to reopen Disneyland Tokyo in order to like send a message to the country that like everything is okay. And people came out in droves to Disneyland Tokyo. And why? Now, there are some critics out there that do not think that Disney's should be open during this pandemic. And those critics don't understand the fact that people need amusement. People need leisure. People need to feel a sense of normalcy. People need to feel that escape from the harsh reality that is reality sometimes. And that is the stark truth. In the Imagineering story, one of the quotes that was said was that during the Great Depression in the United States, people spent money on two things, on food and on entertainment. Why? Because you need that escape from the harsh reality that is your reality of the day. And Disney gives you that. Disney gives you that escape from the harsh reality. It shows you infinite possibilities. It shows you hope. It shows you hope in a future. It shows you hope that things can be okay, even in the midst of tragedy, even in the midst of a pandemic. A little bit ago, I mentioned Disney's partnership with the Make-A-Wish Foundation that I think they're celebrating 40 years now. And you saw from the merchandise there, the blue merchandise that I showed you guys. And that is the same thing. Working in the Disney parks, one thing that I saw were children that were devastated by disease, children that were crippled by disease, children who may have been in stage 4 cancer, but they came to Disneyland and it made their day. It made their world. Why? Because it showed them that they can still have fun as a kid, even with a terminal illness, even with a disability, whatever was going on in their lives, that they could have a day where they felt like a normal kid. And that is the magic of Disney. That is the magic of what this is about. And what I am about as a person is life isn't supposed to be so heavy all the time. We as humans do need something to grasp for. We need to shoot for the stars. We need to grasp for hope and a better tomorrow, living for today, but with hopes for a better tomorrow. And that's really what Disney gives everybody. And I know that for some of you that are stuck in the rigor of we should be really serious and we shouldn't be going out, I get that. I get that too. And I respect that. But that's not the way I choose to live. And that's not the way I feel that life is about. We don't know what tomorrow holds. And really, that's the bigger message here is like, we don't know what tomorrow holds. We don't. And so the best thing that you can do is live for today. And that's what I try to do each and every day of my life. This has been a rough year for me too, you guys. Like, in all honesty, it has not been easy. Financially, it's been okay. Thanks to you guys. Like, thanks to you guys on YouTube. Thanks to your support in watching my videos. Thanks to your support in buying books and booking consultations with me, whatever it is. But I really have you guys to thank for that. Financially, it's been an okay year for me. But on an emotional level, on an interpersonal level, it's been really, really rough. It's been a rough year. I'm used to seeing a lot more people. I'm used to seeing my kids more frequently. And in fact, my eldest son, who lives in Boston, I'm not going to be able to see him for, God, I don't know when. And I haven't seen him since August of 2019. And it's all because he doesn't want to fly. He's really kind of trepidatious about getting on an airplane and then maybe bringing home something to his roommates back in Boston. So, it's on an interpersonal level, it's been a really, really rough year for me. And I know it's probably been a rough year for you too. So what I want to tell you is that, like, you can live for today and you can live your best life for today, and you can live with hope and joy and a promise for a better tomorrow. And for me, that's really what Walt Disney brought to us as a human race. And it's really all pervasive in the sense that Disney was able to bring that hope not only to the United States, but to the entire globe as well. So that's something that is like so incredibly special. That's why I'm here today. That's why I'm vlogging from here today. Let's segue into, and I know I'm making this quite long, but let's just segue into like, what's up with me? Like, what's been going on with me? What are my plans? What are my plans for the future? Well, back in May when I spoke to you guys, I had mentioned the Michelle's Island Time Adventures. I mentioned that I wanted to do more with travel vlogging. Obviously, that didn't happen. I did a little bit of travel vlogging in August of 2020. That was a little trial. I'm very new at vlogging. I'm not versed in camera and effects and all that. I'm not very good at it. I'm used to like sitting in front of a stationary camera. Moving cameras a lot more difficult to work with. So, but I definitely want to carry on and do that as well. It is one of my passions. As soon as travel is open again, that's something that I'm going to do. The other thing is I mentioned is returning back working at Disneyland. I really feel that that's part of my life path and purpose, that is my mission. And that is something, again, that I really foresee whenever things start to improve financially and economically, and that Disney is starting to hire again. And of course, Disneyland's doors are reopened. That's something that is, again, very near and dear to my heart. Will I continue with this channel, the channel where I post a lot of videos on health, wellness, relationships? Yes, I will continue this channel. That is for certain. What activities I'm going to slow down on? Some of the activities that I will slow down on are doing one-on-one consultations and readings. That's why I have the boot camps up, you guys, is because I foresaw, is that it? To foresee? Foresaw? I foresaw that I was going to have this shift in career. I foresaw that I was going to return to working full-time with Disney eventually, and that I was going to slow down some activity, being able to do those one-on-one consultations with clients. And so that is one of the things that will slow down. It won't stop, but it will slow down. That's just based on timing. And that's why I have the Twin Flame Divine Feminine boot camps, number 1 and number 2, out there, because that's a way you guys can do the course with me. Okay, so this is a cast member, a guest services cast member, walked up to me and said I needed to have this on while streaming. And so the rules are, if you are actively drinking or actively eating, then you can have your face covering off. But if you are not actively drinking, I guess you have to keep it on in between the sips. So that is the rule there. That being said, that activity will slow down. The boot camps will be there. The videos will be there. And hopefully I have plans to write a new book for 2021 that may finish by the end of 2021. I'm not really sure at this point. I just published Heal Yourself or Return to Wholeness. And in that vein, I finished filming the boot camps. And then in addition to that, I'm working on an additional project with my sister. So that's just a lot of projects to be working on. So when it comes to projects, I'm just taking a little break from the projects and working on the videos, and also working on doing a lot of one-on-one consultations with you guys. And so those are my plans. Those are my plans for the rest of the year, for the rest of 2020. And then moving into the first part of 2021. And of course, nobody knows what's going to happen for that first bit of 2021. Hopefully things will return back to normal. I'm not really sure. Nobody really knows. But those are the actual plans. And some of you have been wondering, and I know you've been this has been burning on your minds. The questions that have come to me are you in contact with your twin flame? And the answer is yes. That's the only bit of information that I can give to you right now. Like I said, I always like to protect the privacy of my twin flame, of our private life. And because of things that have happened in the past, I just don't want to divulge much about our private life on YouTube, my private life, and what goes on there. As things become more public in a way, then I'll move forward with maybe divulging a little bit more information. But honestly, that's all I can say right now about that. And the last bit that I wanted to talk to you guys about is that you all know that I was on this weight loss program. I did Michelle's weight loss vlog and I had taken a step back. Of course, there was this whole thing with the gyms being closed and all that. Now that the gyms are open again in Orange County, I'm going to the gym in Orange County. But since the genesis of my weight loss vlogging, I have lost 20 pounds. And I think part of what I'm going to be writing that's upcoming is the method to my madness. How did I lose 20 pounds? And that was from May until now. So the end of May of 2020 up until mid-November of 2020, I lost 20 pounds. And I don't know, obviously you guys can't see a full body shot, so you can't see, but I might be vlogging about that as well. But likely it's going to be more in my written material. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed this little update on what's going on with me and what's going on with my situation, the home situation, the going out and not going out situation. And I'm so grateful to all of you guys for watching. Really, I am. I'm very, very grateful because honestly, without you guys, I would not have a job today. I would not have a job today. So I want to say thank you to you guys. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you for your support. I love you guys. I am with you guys. I know a lot of people are experiencing a lot of depression during these times. I know there's a lot of anxiety during these times. I know there's a lot of financial hardship during these times. And I love you. I respect you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing and sharing this video. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.